Good morning, everyone. Welcome into North Dakota today. The Moorhead Center Mall's summer indoor market is quickly approaching. It is this weekend. Time is flying. We have one of the organizers, Barb, here, as well as a vendor, Carla, to tell us all about the big event. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay. Nice to be here.
Yes, welcome in. I know there's always a lot going on too in front of this camera and behind. We have plenty in store. Tell us about the indoor market.
Well, the Summer Indoor Market is one of our biggest vendor shows. We have almost 60 vendors coming in.
Wow.
And they'll be setting up on Thursday afternoon and Friday morning and be ready to go at 10 o'clock. On Friday we go 10 to 5 and on Saturday 10 to 4. And during this time, we also have live music going on both days from 11 to 3. It's really fun. And little Bobby will be with us here later. He's one of our performers. Let's see, what else do I say? It's just one of the biggest shows that we have. And it's been exhausting, but fun to organize. And we have a lot of new vendors.
Yeah.
And Carla Barnes is one of our new vendors.
Hey, Carla.
Hey, guys. So I actually sell freeze-dried candy with Barnes Farms Candy Shop.
Okay,
so,
self-freeze-dry candy.
Yeah, so freeze-drying is basically, the way I compare it is to dehydrating.
Okay.
And but instead of dehydrating, it's still taking the moisture out, but it's in a dome that freezes. So this is what happens when candy goes in it, and it expands. This is a quarter of a taffy. You want to try?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I've never heard of this. Does this mean it lasts forever?
It would, but it won't.
It's so
Trust me.
light.
Do you want to try?
It's so
Can I
light.
try one of the
Yes,
little
yes.
balls?
Yeah.
Light as a feather.
So that's a saltwater taffy. That's a quarter of a saltwater taffy. And to me, I joke that it's cotton candy because it literally practically melts in your mouth.
Yes, I was not expecting that. I didn't know if it was going to be like solid throughout. It's more hollow, and it was a crunch.
Yes.
And now it just disappeared and it melted right in.
Wow.
So then this is a berry Skittle. This is my #1 seller for Skittles.
Okay.
And it's delicious. They're so this is different because this is crunchy.
Okay.
So.
Now I'm just flopping in and out. So it's a pack of Skittles that you just freeze.
I just put the Skittles are the easiest thing for me because I just throw them in and they pop. It's really weird.
They pop, snapple,
Yeah.
crack.
So
These crack.
and this is the last thing I want you to try. This is my personal favorite. This is a milk dud.
Oh, this is a milk dud?
I
You wanna
would
try?
love milk dud.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, the difference in textures of what you're expecting versus what happens when you bite into it.
Yeah.
So that's why I say whenever everyone comes to my table that you need to try everything because this is a half of a milk dud, but this is all the textures are different. They're completely different than anything that any of them.
Now,
They all just have a little bit of
melts too in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost want to say it's like popcorn, but then it just immediately disintegrates on your tongue.
Yeah, and so we joke that my grandma, she loves them because she has dentures. And so she can eat them very easily because this is the way that she can get her candy fix without having to break her teeth. So
Yeah. Or have to pick it out
yes,
from
exactly.
being stuck because it
Yes.
literally just disintegrates.
Yeah.
What got you into freeze drying?
You know what? So actually, this is kind of a funny story, but I became a mom 15 months ago, and
Congratulations.
thank you. I produced so much milk that I donated 8,000 ounces of milk to women in town here.
Wow.
And I was just getting to the point where I was like, I need to do something with my milk. I know I'm going to have a second child, so what can I do? And my husband was watching my hormones raging. And so he tells me, he's like, well, let's get a freeze dryer. So I actually got a freeze dryer, and that's what started this all. My cousin, she does a lot of vendor shows, and so she was like, you got to do some candy. And so that's what made me dip into it, was truly breastfeeding. So.
Well,
Amazing.
see, look at everything's connected. It's
Yes,
all
it sure
making
is.
sense. So these are your top favorites again with
These are my top
Barnes
favorites.
Farm Candy?
Yes.
Okay, so Skittles are a big.
Berry Skittles are my top seller.
Okay.
I make everything. I make Jolly Ranchers. I make Skittles.
wow.
I make Sweet Tarts. I come to the shows with like 10 items because I can only fit that many on my table.
Right.
So yeah,
And free samples, huh?
free samples all day long.
Okay, so
Well,
how do
isn't
we
that
find you?
fantastic?
Well, yeah.
At the
And I
Moorhead
want you
Center
to
Mall.
try everything because if you don't try everything, like you guys noticed,
I
everything
agree.
is different textures. So.
I agree. The fact that was milk duds and the whole thing, like,
Yeah.
wow, that was incredible.
Yes.
So, yes, tell us the details. We will be back with more here, though, too.
It's the Moorhead Center Mall. Starts at 10 o'clock on Friday, this coming Friday. And Carla will be probably in the hall of the 3Bs, where the 3Bs is.
Yeah.
And I have, like I said, I have wonderful vendors on all sides. The whole mall is going to be filled.
Rocking and rolling. Okay, information up on your screen. Stick around though, you guys. We have a musical performance coming up who will be at the Center Mall, as well as another vendor from you to you. All right, we'll be right back with more coming up right here on North Dakota Today.